Tired of not having enough customization in a webcam? Well, perhaps take a closer look at the Logitech Orbit. This is a highly flexible webcam that allows you to pan, tilt, and also zoom into your shots, which gives you your perfect image when you're taking selfies or also video conferencing on Skype or Google Hangouts or something like that. Hey guys, here at OS Reviews. You're watching our video review of the Logitech Orbit, a highly transflective and shiny webcam that on the surface kind of reminds us of some spherical magical floating balls that we've seen in the past. It certainly has a transflective mirror surface, which attracts a bit of fingerprints, but it makes the device look pretty unique. As you can see here, the sensor itself, the camera, which is 1.3 megapixels, has the ability to pan up and pan down, and you can also rotate the spherical side left and right, so you have a high degree of customization and flexibility on this particular webcam. Otherwise, specifications are pretty normal for a webcam of this caliber. It retails for around $60. You can get it on Amazon.com or from Logitech's website, and it has a 1.3 megapixel sensor, which isn't really groundbreaking by today's standards, but it's also the lower spec version of the Logitech Orbit AF, which has a higher megapixel count, but also retails for over $300. So you get the same design, but at the fraction of the price, and you don't get nearly as good image quality, but it still is very usable for day-to-day video chatting and for taking some basic images here and there. And we'll discuss those elements later on in this review. Other specifications of this camera includes USB 2.0, which is also backwards compatible with USB 1.0. It works as a plug-and-play device with any Mac or PC device. And there's also a special software that you can download that's optional and allows you to create some special effects, including face tracking and creating different animations using the camera, which is also pretty cool and interesting. The device itself weighs about 1.6 pounds, so it's on the heavier side of the spectrum, but it does make the product weigh quite a bit and feel pretty sturdy when you're holding it or displaying it onto a desk surface. And that's pretty much it. After we purchased this product online, it arrived in about 3 days, so pretty fast shipping. And the true resolution is 640 by 480, and the manufacturer promises that the actual image quality and video quality is going to be very good. There's no LED light, so you don't have any way to illuminate yourself in darker environments, although the camera does okay in darker environments in general. Something I do need to point out, though, is that the camera does have a very, very long cord. It's very, very long, almost 2 meters or so. So it's going to extend out quite a bit. And if you do need an extended kind of extension for your setup, this is a good webcam to get because it's going to easily stretch between a desk or maybe your laptop or a desktop. So it has this nice cord that's, again, pretty durable and fairly long. The stand of the actual webcam itself is crafted out of this nice soft touch rubber material, and there's also rubber feet on the bottom, which prevents the webcam from sliding around when placed on a surface or a desk, which is a plus in our books. The interesting thing about this webcam is it's also removable from its base, and inside you'll find access to just a standard mini USB connector. So in case you don't want to use the base, you can simply connect it, the webcam directly to your computer, for instance. There's also an optional extension cable that extends the length of the webcam to make it a lot taller so that when you're talking to someone, the webcam is actually looking at you face on, so it seems like a more natural face-to-face conversation. We think this is a pretty unique feature to have, and we really haven't seen it before on other webcams in the past. So after putting it back in place, we simply have the ability to take the webcam and use it to kind of scroll around. You can see that it makes a mechanical clicking sound, but it has the ability to rotate basically 360 degrees depending on where you want to look, so it has a high amount of customization. One downside to this particular design is that it's pretty easy for the webcam to actually fall off. Applying a little bit of pressure actually makes the top kind of pop off, so if you're traveling, you have to disconnect this every single time and then realign it. We think that this is something that the company could work on in the future, making the connection a bit more secure and then making a latch for you to remove it. But at the moment, it's a bit loose. Still, we like the overall design. We think it's colorful, it's unique, and as far as hardware is concerned, despite being made out of plastic, we're fans of the interesting spherical look of the Logitech Orbit lens. We can see how this process actually works. There's the actual webcam here, which again tracks a bit of fingerprints due to the plastic layer on top, but it protects the webcam from any damage. It basically goes up and down using a motorized sensor on the inside, so whenever you tilt or pan it using the computer, it's actually going to go up and actually go down these tracks, which is pretty unique.